3 million people dead. Why? But now as extremely effective, extremely microchip-free vaccines have been distributed to over 1 billion people and counting, most people never want to hear the words COVID, pandemic, motherfucking social distancing ever again. But before we head into a quasi-normal summer, thanks to science saving our asses yet again, we need to remind people why we got here in the first place. Before one of the 70 billion animals who we exploit and murder every year gives us some very direct karma and transmits another virus from his or her lungs into our own. Matter of fact, the next virus may already even be here in the form of a more contagious, deadlier, vaccine-resistant variant of this one. If enough people ignore the science and let their bodies play host to future mutations of COVID-19 until it's COVID 2021, COVID 30, COVID 55 for the rest of our lives, which will trigger future animal experimentation and all of the torture and killing that comes with it. And this time it won't be the animal leaders' fault, it'll be the anti-science, anti-maskers, and anti-vaxxers doing. I know a lot of you mean well, but just like you always say we should question everything, maybe you should question your conspiracy theories and the shady-ass websites that you find them on too. This isn't a joke. If you're helping to spread the plague, you are harming and killing humans now and laboratory animals in the future. But first things first, Saturday, May 1st is a global day of action to wake the fucking world up and remind people that eating animals doesn't just cause cancer, heart attacks, erectile dysfunction, habitat destruction, mass extinction, climate disasters, and incomprehensible suffering and animal cruelty. Eating animals causes motherfucking pandemics. Find out more and get involved on this website and share the fuck out of this. And I need to say to anybody out there who thinks, oh, you know what, I'm vegan. My immune system is too strong. It's okay if other people want to get vaccinated, but I'm young and healthy and strong. It's okay. COVID won't get to me. First of all, I think I have a very strong immune system. I have no recollection of when the last time I've gotten a cold is. It's probably 5-6+ years ago. But a few years ago, I was exposed to the flu, which is why I find it really funny when people say, so coronavirus is just a bad flu. When's the last time you got a flu? The flu is fucking horrible, okay? My immune system is strong enough to fight off colds, fine. The flu fucking knocked me out. I was stuck in bed for days. It was fucking horrible. Telling people COVID is just a bad flu. We should be dealing more seriously with the flu every year. There's a vaccine for the flu. We're killing animals every year to make new vaccines for new influenza viruses when we could eradicate this shit if enough people got vaccinated. Maybe not, because the flu vaccines are not nearly as effective as the coronavirus vaccines. Perhaps if we apply this mRNA technology to the influenza virus, maybe we can eradicate the flu if we stop exploiting the animals where the influenza virus originates. But don't be cocky. Don't be arrogant. Think, I'm so strong, I'm vegan. COVID has killed vegans. You are not invincible. Vegans die every day. We live 6 to 9 years longer than animal eaters. Okay, 6 to 9 years longer. Does that mean we're invincible? No, you are not invincible. You could get knocked the fuck out by COVID-19. You could get killed by COVID-19. And if you don't get killed, you can get brain damage from COVID-19. You could be fucked over for months with long haul COVID. You could be very ineffective for animals because of this disease, even if it doesn't kill you. And then you could, of course, pass it on to somebody who it will kill. Please protect yourself. Please don't just limit yourself to conspiracy websites and echo chambers, okay? I know lots of anti-vaxxers. I haven't unfriended them because I want to be familiar with how other people think. But if you're an anti-vaxxer, don't stick yourself in an echo chamber, okay? Please stay connected to the scientific community. And lastly, I just want to say that date, May 1st, is extremely important and is extremely special to me because, as many of you know, I've been organizing a campaign to shut down every slaughterhouse, really in the world, but we're starting right here in Toronto where the Animal Safe movement was born. The campaign is called Slaughter Free Toronto. And on May 1st, I was organizing a march from the slaughterhouses to City Hall because Toronto is a city where, like most cities in the world, everybody's an animal lover. The only animals we encounter are dogs and cats who we love so much, are squirrels and raccoons. So most people's interaction with animals is entirely positive. But yet there's this extreme hypocrisy. There's this extreme dichotomy of the fact that we have these slaughterhouses killing tens of thousands of birds and cows, mother and baby cows at a new dairy industry slaughterhouse every single day. So I'm very hopeful that if we point this out to Torontonians, if we make it into an issue, that we can not only shut these slaughterhouses down, which will deal an enormous blow to the animal murder industry because it will drive up the cost of animal foods, which, as we know from history, drives down consumption, but it will also force people in the city and people around the world who see what we're doing on the internet to confront their own choices and say, hey, if you're not okay with these mothers and babies and birds being mass murdered every day, well, maybe you should stop demanding that it happens. Maybe you should stop giving your money to demand that these animals get tortured and murdered. Now, my whole march was canceled because Ontario's in a fucking lockdown right now. We can't do this. It's not safe, it's not legal to do this. So we postponed it to the summer for now. We need to deal with this fucking pandemic before we can get back on track fully with our animal rights revolution. And that's why I love the event that we put on for May 1st, because this is doing both, tackling both issues at the same time.